Hi, thanks for joining me again. I am following through and I am committed to engaging and connecting with you all this month of December. So this is kind of my get started month. Getting out of my comfort zone and doing a little bit more than just my daily tasks, a little bit more than just what the shop requires of me on a day-to-day basis. I'm looking more to expand and educate on a wider scale rather than just the few people that I engage with in my shop on a mentor-mentee basis. So here I am following up on my drive-in video where I was just talking about how to get started and giving some examples and maybe a little bit more of a motivation, maybe giving a little bit more of kind of a pep talk. Just get started and use free software, use tools that are out there, use what you already have. But today what I wanted to do, or this evening, we're now over about 1 o'clock in the morning, but this is when I seem to shut down my computer and put my thoughts together. So 1 o'clock in the morning. To take that direction, just get started, but give you a little bit more of a systematic breakdown. So I most recently, again, had deja vu. It happens literally to me far too often. This time it was a friend who, so I'm saying another mentee, but this time it was a friend who asked my opinion on something. She, very talented, very beautiful girl, but very shy in ways people wouldn't guess, but she is. And a little hesitant to put herself out there, so to speak. She had a question about perhaps maybe selling some things online. Maybe doing something like a very small little store, just a little something, of course downplaying what her abilities are. Not because she intentionally is doing that, because she truly doesn't see it. I think most of us who know her see it. She has a natural knack for fashion, and she's very beautiful and very photogenic and very charismatic, and people are just drawn to her. She's a fabulous sense of style, and she finds really great things, and she lives in an area where she's just able to find some really great things. I went and visited her, and I equally found some really great things. So she has enough reason to think, yes, I could do this. She has the boxes checked off, okay, so to speak, but she's nervous and she's shy. And this has happened time and time again. So this little bit of a tutorial I want to give you is great for people who just want to get started, but it's also really great for people who just want to get started and are a little shy to put themselves out there. I'm going to give you some tips because I find in our industry, fashion and beauty, you do get a lot of girls who maybe are more behind the scenes, the ones who kind of get the job done, the ones who are the finders, and the ones who are kind of in your face. They don't need the help. They just go out and they just do it, and they capitalize on being in someone's face. Where I'm more interested in the artists, the designers, the creative ones. And those are the people that I'm hoping to reach and engage with. And those ones tend to be a little bit more on the shy side. Not all the time, but in my experience, and I have many, many years of it, more than even my own shop, because I did mentor and worked in business development before. And I saw this time and time again. Again, people, artists, afraid to put themselves out there. So this is my formula. And I've repeated this formula for well over a year, specifically to people starting a brand on Instagram. So otherwise it was like websites and communicating and going to networking groups and physically visiting stores. That I've been educating and coaching on and hopefully motivating for years. But specifically this last year, this is what my formula has been. So let's say your business, your dream is to create a dog brand specifically. You might say, I think probably what I'll do is I'll start off with dog collars because I have a friend and I know how to do these things and we can make them together. And then from that, I would like to get into maybe different types of clothing, attire, winter, boots. I'd like to do that. because I heard of somebody who I know who has a wholesaler and whatever. Maybe I could turn it into then like a treat brand, maybe then even a dog food brand. But I really like my life, how I see it. I really want to do something that's with dogs, or then even maybe with all pets. But I have experience, I have this, I have that. So again, like my friend, for fashion, you can check off boxes that create kind of like a solid foundation to give you the confidence, and anyone listening, it would make sense. Okay, this person should do this. So speaking of dogs, oh, Rafaela. So the first thing you'd want to do is decide what your brand is going to be. What is the name of your brand? You can start small. You can do an abbreviation, but if you can, you can hear her. Oh my God, Raphael. Speaking of dogs, what an example. If you can find your name, and usually something related to dogs isn't going to have anything to do with you. Sorry, I had to pause that. The drinking was getting a little bit crazy. So I'm going to give you an example. A company, they come up with, I saw this little figurine on my desk. So I thought, okay, perfect. Gold dog. Gold dog, that's it. Not gold dog food, not gold dog booties or gold dog collars, just gold dog. And a very simple little logo design using a free logo builder, logo app. There are many. There's some even you can outsource for very inexpensive. I've used Fiverr in the past, not for logo design because I like to do my own, but for small little things. And they do have logo design. I've also referred clients to Fiverr who don't care to even consider making their own logo. For myself, I like LogoPit. LogoPit is a free little app that you can just play, drag, drop, change colors, move fonts, do whatever, and it's fantastic. You can even use it for like Instagram posts and stuff. It's free. So some people have used PicMonkey, some people have used Canva. So there's lots of things that you can do just to create some kind of image just to get started. And Instagram is the easiest platform to get started. And it's also one of the most effective platforms to be on. So why is it important to get your logo and your brand? You got to start somewhere. And I would not want you to open up a Instagram account, build a following, and then decide, oh, actually, I probably wanted to specialize in cat food. So think about what you want. Write these things down. If you're not sure, then do something with your name, because no matter what you create, your name is your name is your name. However, if you're shy and you're a little bit nervous to put yourself out there and you're a little bit afraid of criticism, then putting your name on something might kind of encourage the procrastination. You might sit on it a little too long. So come up with some creative brand yourself. Come up with maybe an alias for you. So my name's Crystal Hart, but I created my brand and my design, my own, well, I guess my own brand too, you can call it, but my clothing line. Anytime I was designing or I was doing something, or I was invoicing, I was Chrisella Gina. When I got married, I really loved the Mac part of my husband's name, so I thought, you know what, Chrisella Mac. I'll move it over to that. So Chrisella Mac's my brand. When I'm doing something, it's my things that I kind of my inspiration, things that motivate me, it fits. So find something maybe that could be your brand. And it might take you a while to come up with this, but have a notepad, whether it be on your phone or whether it be a physical little notepad, little black book. Write things down and get creative. If you're someone that's been thinking of this for a long time and just hasn't because of fear, you probably have that already. So I'm kind of talking to you over there, the girl or the guy that's had it all this whole time but just is afraid. So figure that part out, okay? I can't really help you choose what you love and what drives you and what you'd be willing to do for years to come. But your name or a version of it is you no matter what you do. Whether you do dog food, cat food, updated furniture, whatever it is you do, that's never going to change. If you really already know what you want your brand to be, great. Then start with that and lock it in, because once you start building this following, you're going to want to keep that name, and you can't transfer followers over to another account, at least not yet, but you're building something, right? So when you're building something, what do we look for? A solid foundation. So whether it's a house or whether it's your business, a solid foundation. So you have your logo, or you have your name, you have your logo, you open your account. What you're going to start to do is engage with people who are within your umbrella, within your world, people that would be your wholesalers, people that would be your or suppliers, people that would be your clients, people who are in the same kind of caliber, the same, have the same lifestyle, the same hobbies, the same interests as your clients, places that your clients like to go, who is your target audience, what products do they buy, here we go, what places do they go? So you get what I'm saying. You're going to start to reach out to those people. You're going to start to follow those people. And I mean Instagram follow. So I hope all of you understand Instagram. I say that and kind of laugh because I also deal with some older mentees and they don't know these terms. So I don't mean to follow people creepily. Instagram follow. You're going to start to build engagement and talking with people and then learning. And while you're becoming more confident, while you are streamlining your business, figuring things out, making major decisions, working on your business plan, working on your budget and your startup costs, while you're researching and deciding on what website platform you want to use, when you start taking purchase orders, what e-commerce platform do you want to use, while you're figuring those things out, you can be growing not only a following, but your email list, your target market, figuring out your business. Like, this is helping you grow in more than just a number. This is helping you grow in your business identity, in your business brand. So it's very valuable and it's free and you can do it right now. So when I was driving in and I was saying, just get started, this is how you're going to just get started. The next thing that you can do that's also free is then open your Facebook business page. Now for a Facebook business page, you absolutely have to have your name. Last time I worked on a client's page and even mine, don't quote me on this, but I'm fairly certain you can't change the business name. You can request, I used to be able to, now I'm doubting myself because it changes so often. I had changed my name before in the past, but when I was doing it for a client, I'd opened up a business page for him and I was not able to go back and change it after. He decided he wanted to take the country out of the name. He just wanted to, so like for example, Gold Dog. Okay, so if it was Gold Dog Canada, he had to put Gold Dog Canada, but then he decided, you know what, I just want to be Gold Dog. I couldn't make the change on Facebook. I had to open up another Facebook business page. And then they blocked us out and they did all this kind of stuff. So anyway, figure that out, open up a Facebook business page once, because they're not very forgiving on Facebook. But Instagram, you can change the username. You can update the name itself. You don't want to do that though, because if people are reaching out to you, they're saying, they're tagging you in something. Again, we want to grow, not create more stoppers in our business. Another one is Pinterest, especially because we're fashion and beauty. That's who my target market is. Pinterest is huge. So I'm even learning. I didn't even appreciate Pinterest. You think I would. It's all about pictures. For me, I always, in my generation too, it was the website was really your focus. You had your websites and then Facebook came, and then I think it was Pinterest and Instagram. It was like overlapped each other. So I'd already opened my business before Instagram was around. It wasn't being used by my clients. Most people when I had even, my entire circle, when I had got my first Instagram account, I think in 2012, most people had like three pictures, just to give you an idea. So even if it was like created, people weren't using it yet. So those are some things that you can do to get started right now. And they're going to be tools to help you learn your business, research, engage. There's just too many benefits to getting started this way by simply picking a name, picking a logo, and engaging with people. 6 months go by, a year goes by. If you've been engaging and uploading and commenting and liking and doing whatever, once you start to figure out the ins and outs of your business, how you want to get your products, what you're going to do, whatever, you've now built a following. Next time what I'm going to talk to you about is what to do with that following. And I already touched on it when I said emails. We're going to talk about that because you also want to, as you're working, you want to get as much information as possible because things do happen. We don't want to rely on algorithms. You also are new and you don't know what changes may happen. Perfect world, you know, you're the creator of Nike. You pull Nike out of a hat and Nike becomes what it is today. But your brand, there might be some changes and you wouldn't be the first. So we're going to talk about how to capture those emails next time. So thank you very much for tuning in. I hope this was helpful. Sometimes I get off, talking about other things because there's so much I just wanted to share, and I wish I wish you could talk right now. That'd be fantastic. Because then I would know exactly what to answer instead of just going off into my own head. So what I know people are doing is they ask to please comment or even send me an email. I do answer emails. Most of my business is through email. So I'm definitely on my emails. And, find out if you have a question or something you wanted me to expand on or something that wasn't clear, ask me. I also have Instagram. I have a few Instagram accounts because I have my studio, I have my clothing, and I have myself, Chrisella Mack. So I would say Chrisella Mack is where I try to keep the mentoring stuff in one. I call them like little buckets. I try to keep everything business behind the scene in that bucket rather than getting into Coco Armadio or into the Capelli Club because I'm going to think you're wanting a skirt or you're wanting your hair and makeup done for a wedding. So I'm not going to be thinking to answer questions regarding starting a business. So thank you very much. It is late. I don't know why I'm out of breath. I think I'm nervous. You guys make me so nervous. So thank you so very much for listening. I hope that was helpful. Comment, like, subscribe, whatever it is that you got to do, and help me help you. Thank you very much. Have a great night.